everyone, welcome to Weeding Secret, keeping you company and keeping you entertained during the lockdown. Can you believe we're still here in the lockdown? I mean, obviously things are starting to change a little bit, but let's see how it goes, shall we? So we're making daffodil and watermelon soap again, which proved incredibly popular, and let me see if I can make a better job this time. So I've separated off 2 portions of soap batter. In this one I've got about 600 grams. In this one I have probably 180 grams. This is going to be for the raindrops. The other is going to be for the green decoration on the top. And I'm going to do the green decoration before I add the daffodils. So I'm going to put I've actually added a couple of drops of carrier oil to this mixture, because last time I did the raindrops I didn't add any fragrance and they looked a little bit dry when I cut it. So I'm gonna add some yellow, and I'm also again just gonna dull that down slightly with a little bit of buttercup yellow. Might need a little bit more. Just start off with having that mixed in ready, because this fragrance moves fairly fast. So there we have the yellow. It's not quite as bright as just doing the yellow on its own. It's weird, like this yellow, it can have a greeny tinge on the camera, but it's not at all. It's very bright yellow. Right, we'll put the colour in the green later on. Okay, so for the base we're using some I think it was graphite silver. I'll put a link to that in the description box. It's quite a dark silver, so I'm not going to use too much of that. I can't remember how much I put in, but I'm going to try 1/4 teaspoonful for now. Not enough. Let's go with another 1/2 teaspoonful. Still feel like we need some more, so another 1/2 teaspoonful is going in. Right, so let's add our fragrance, which is Watermelon Margarita from Soap Supplier in the UK. They create like real good value for money fragrances. So I'll have to work really quick with it. And it's like it's a true red, you know, the big red watermelons with the black seeds in it. It doesn't smell like margarita at all. It's just watermelon. Okay, let's get that poured into the mould. I'm just giving it a stir with a silicone spoon. And then we're just going to take a pipette and soak up our yellow colour into the pipette, and then I'm going to put it down near the bottom, squeeze out that soap, but I'm not touching the base of the silicone mould to create the raindrops. Most people actually use a what do you call them, squeezy bottle to do this, and then you'll get a continuous squeeze right the length down your soap, but I'm not bothered about that. I mean, you can't tell anyway when the slices are cut. You see that soap's thickening up now. If you can see my hands red on the side, I've got, someone asked the other day what was wrong with my skin, and I have urticaria, which is like an itchy skin condition, and if I forget to take my antihistamines, just touching the skin can make it all red like that. I've literally got it all over my body, but antihistamines really work with it. And it's funny because when the doctor told me what I had, they didn't tell me that about antihistamines. But if you have it, I just suggest you take antihistamines because they're absolutely brilliant. Just makes your skin feel normal again. It's itching like crazy. I just want to scratch it so much. See, it doesn't give you a lot of time to play with this fragrance, but it is giving me enough time to do what I want to do. And then once we've done this, we'll give it a tap down just to make sure there are no air pockets in there. It's like the farting pipette today, isn't it? Just 2 more stripes to go. It's always so much easier the second time you make a soap, because you know what's going to happen, you know what to expect. As far as the watermelon fragrance goes, hopefully Soap Supplier is still selling it. I've noticed that some of the fragrance I've recommended lately have been discontinued, which is unfortunate. But I'll put a link to that company anyway in the description box. Right, I'm going to tap this down. I'm sure you don't want to hear that. Okay, so I've added some of that bright green, and I'm also going to add some of the Enchanted Forest from You Make It Up, because I don't want it to be fluorescent bright green. I want it to be a little bit duller than that. So I'm just going to try 1/4 teaspoonful for now. That's it, it's already a lime green rather than a fluorescent green. And I'm going to add just a drop of the fragrance. I'm not going to put loads in. Probably about 10 mils in there. So I've got my daffodils ready, and the last time I made this, you might remember that I put the daffodils down first and then I piped the green around the daffodils, and I said I wasn't going to do that next time. So these are going to go on the top of the soap that I'm going to pipe. I should have kept some soap aside because I actually need some red soap to do the little dots in the centre of the daffodils at the end, but I can do that later. Okay, we're ready to pipe. I'm using a tiny little star, curved star. Which one shall we start at? Can you see what I'm doing? The tip doesn't have a number or anything. I think it just came in a set from Sainsbury's or somewhere, something like that. It reminds me of a small version of the Wilton 1M, except that it is a closed star, not an open star, which means the top of the tip is actually curved. almost left this batter a little bit too long to pipe. I wanted it to be a bit looser, but we're going to make it, we're okay. Sometimes if your batter isn't loose enough, it won't stick to the soap that you've poured beneath it. Right, time to stick the daffodils on. Okay, that's it. We're ready to pipe the little red pieces. Sorry, I had the camera in the wrong position there. My fault. Okay, so we'll get those little red centres piped in. That bit of red just finishes them off, doesn't it? Okay, let's cut this beauty, shall we? Raindrops are showing up well. Nice top on them.